that brought me way down.
You don't like that?
Really?
Yeah, you'll be all right.
Holy fuck! I bet Pickle don't get that kind of treatment.
Just saying. Privilege got to run out somewhere.
It did too. But yeah, I don't feel like white people should be able to hang out in groups bigger than 50 without some kind of other racial representation to check over them.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, they may come up with a plan to try to take over the world, but they may come up with another fucking jam band,
yeah.
and we don't need that.
Yeah, we don't need that.
We don't need that shit. That's the last thing we need. The Grateful Dead, they're done.
Yeah.
I'm almost grateful that they are dead.
Who's Grateful Dead?
Yeah, exact. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
I did that on
Who
purpose.
is Cicely Tyson?
That's exactly. I did that on purpose. Y'all don't know who he is. We don't know who y'all is. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
see,
saying?
that's the thing is like all my life. I mean, I hate to say this because it does sound cliche in a certain way, but there's a lot of my life that has been influenced by black culture. I mean, I come up listening to hip hop, and I don't talk about radio hip hop. That's rap to me.
Yeah.
I come up listening to conscious hip hop. KRS-One, Public Enemy, Black Star.
Yeah.
Those honestly were kind of the books that I didn't study in high school. Be that as it may, a lot of black folks don't want to hear me talking about that, being blonde-haired and blue-eyed.
I mean, we don't mind you talking about it. I mean, because we got white friends.
Well,
yeah.
Gary
Owen, you know what I'm saying?
Gary Owen.
You know what I'm saying? We got white friends. We even
Shouts
trust.
out to Gary Owen.
We trust the dad from was it Family? Oh damn it! What's the little white movie with the little two Mary Kate?
Oh yeah, y'all trust Bob Saget.
Yeah, we trust Bob Saget.
Yeah, but
we do.
But did y'all know that he was a dirty motherfucker?
Oh, he was.
Absolutely.
That's why we trust him.
the first I didn't know that. It being on America's Funniest Home Videos and Family. What was it?
Full House.
Full House.
Yeah.
Full House. I did not know that he was such a dirty, perverted motherfucker.
He's a dirtbag. But
the first time that I saw his stand up, I was blown away.
Yeah, we trust him. Let me see what's another.
Well, the same thing was true with me and my experience with Red Fox.
Oh yeah.
Because I saw Sanford and Son before my dad ever handed me. When I was a kid, my dad had a bunch of comedy albums.
Oh yeah.
And Red Fox was one of those.
Yeah, I got all of his albums in my iTunes playlist.
Those old party albums, the old house party albums and shit, man. Those
shit, I love it. He actually, not that you asked me, but he was probably the first person that influenced me in the aspect of wanting to do stand-up.
Yeah, Red Fox.
I thought other people were funny, and I thought I want, Carol Burnett and them, they made me want to be like the class clown.
Uh-huh.
I seen or heard Red Fox.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, well, I remember hearing Red Fox and striking, knowing the difference between a structured joke.
Yeah.
You could tell that Red Fox was a pro. He was doing real material.
Yeah.
Well, when I was watching a show with anybody else, it didn't seem the same way.
Yeah. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. I like Red Fox because he got more laughs per minute than anybody that I've ever seen perform stand-up comedy in my life.
Really?
His first joke on the first album that I heard might have been 10 seconds long, and it puts you on the floor.
Yeah.
He said, a lot of people say I cuss too much, but if you don't fuck, then shit. And if you don't shit, then fuck. Dead.
That's funny.
Dead.
Yeah, that's funny.
I couldn't even... What you gonna say? It's real. It's 100%. It ain't, a lot of times we tell controversial jokes and people have like arguing points.
Yeah.
Like, Dave Chappelle shouldn't have said it this way. With Red Fox, everybody's like, you know what? He right.
And even all the backdating that we've been doing on canceling, as a society, it doesn't seem like anybody want to go fuck with him.
No, you don't want that.
That goes to come back from the past and haunt your ass right there.
Yeah. And you also don't want to cancel people that kind of sort of cancel themselves.
Yeah.
Red Fox, and I mean, I hate to speak any kind of negativity, but he had a real gambling problem.
Uh-huh.
And he kind of lost all his money anyway. So you canceling him to where?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He kind of did that himself. So, I mean, I'm with it though. I love all aspects of stand up. And Johnny Carson got me my first ass whooping.
Really?
Yeah,
Tell us about that. Let's hear about this.
I had no idea, and this is when I should have first started looking at my relationships with white people that I trusted, because I used to watch Johnny Carson every night. I mean, my mama had no idea I was watching Johnny Carson. So I would get to school. I taught myself how to read. So I didn't need, when we were sitting at the reading table, I didn't need to sound shit out, right?
Yeah.
But I would be very tired from the night before because I was watching Johnny Carson, right? But this is between me and Johnny. Nobody know this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Between me and Johnny. So I would take naps, about 8 kids at the reading table, read my little sentence. Sam went to the store. Put my head back down, go back to sleep. About it. All these little kids just you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, bitch, I'm going to bed, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I would do. So one day, my kindergarten teacher, the second white person I trusted in life,
kindergarten. That's pretty early.
yeah,
All right.
she came up to me and she said, hey, do you go to sleep on time at night? And I said, yeah. You know, my mom said I go to bed at 7:30. That's what time I go to bed. She said, oh yeah. Well, what's the last thing you watch on TV before you go to sleep? Me being excited. Here's Johnny.
Yeah.
She said, okay. My mom come pick me up from school. She said, Miss Shepard, you're going to have to let your kid go to bed on time. And my mom said, well, you know, I let her go to bed at 7:30. And she said, nope. She watched the Tonight Show every night.
Yeah.
And I got my ass whooped as soon as I got in that car. So, appreciate you, Johnny.
Now, was that for staying up too late or for watching this white man on TV?
Well, he was on late.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he knew he was funny.
Yeah.
But he didn't think about, you know what I'm saying, that I had a black mama. He
Yeah.
didn't care about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's telling his jokes.
He
I'm laughing.
wasn't thinking
you know
about
what I'm
it.
saying? He didn't think about any of that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he got my ass whooped, man. I wish he was here so I could tell him. But he's not. God rest his soul. The greats go too fast, man.
Man, even if they stay around a long time,
For sure,
you know, I mean, you know, we've lost several here in the past, you know, handful of years. Betty White,
That one right there, I never thought she would die.
man,
That broke my heart. I felt like,
she seemed immortal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's so funny because I actually have DVDs of the Carol Burnett show of when Betty White was, you know, like starting out. I'm talking about she was
Smoking hot youngster, yeah.
You ever seen her?
Yeah.
I mean, that alone made me not want it. I was like, something's going on.
Yeah, right.
This white woman has been drinking out of black water fountain for something. Like she got something in her that's making her different than all the rest of the
That's
whites.
hilarious,
Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's a crazy thing. She was coherent the whole way through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't.
And to be rebirthed by a Snickers commercial,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? To have a whole resurgence from just that, that's incredible.
It's a crazy thing, yeah. It's
yeah,
a real thing.
I've been doing the joke that 2021 was a shitty year.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't already bad enough at the very end,
Yeah.
it took Betty White.
Yeah.
2022, I started masturbating to Betty White.
Yeah. That's the way to go with that. You
That's
got to keep that
depressing.
spirit alive.
It's depressing, yeah. No
Yeah,
new material.
Y'all don't have ancestors. That's a tribute to the ancestors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you know.
Yeah.
you gotta do
Hey,
that.
yeah, I'm gonna keep that as a tribute.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Betty White. Thank
Yeah.
you for all the inspiration.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So wait a minute. Are we gonna introduce this podcast?
we are. I was just getting ready to do that.
Okay. You know
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm not gonna be on CP time because of you. I want to make sure it's your fault. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just saying.
Yeah, nah. Welcome to Under the Influencers. My name is Brandon Bruffett. I'm your host. I'm sitting here today with this is our fourth attempt, I think, at this.
No, it's probably 6.
Shep Kelly, one of my favorite people in the New Orleans comedy scene.
Hey.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Got a little rum, got a little water.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
It's an amazing situation. Nice to meet y'all out there in podcast land. I am having an amazing time. I'm in Chalmette. It's probably my second.
out here on the
third-
gravel road.
Yes. I have.
having her last drink.
Yeah. This is it. So if y'all listening, you know what I'm saying. I already shared my location with the people that matter to me most. So it's gonna be great. No, but this is an excellent situation. I'm glad y'all doing this. It's really, it's air conditioning in here. It don't smell like dog or nothing. Y'all did a good job.
No. We won't let Daniel bring the dog.
Okay.
He says he's got one, but I
Yeah, no, hell no. You're not gonna let no.
Nah, we can't have
Wait,
a dog.
which Daniel? You talking about Daniel Masterpiece Jones?
No,
one of them is Daniel.
yeah,
Oh,
the
okay.
Grimace.
I should have probably met them.
Grimace
All
of
this time.
Grimtown Studios.
Okay, all right.
Where we're recording live from today.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead,
And
shameless
Shep,
plug.
you are one of my favorite people on this scene.
Are you trying not to say my pronouns? Because people say things like, this comic right here.
This one. Well, if I'm not mistaken, it's she, her, right?
Yeah, my pronouns are she, her, because I have a black mama and she don't play that shit.
She don't play his shit, and her pronouns are she as well.
Yeah, she don't play that shit.
Yeah.
I would not have another pronoun.
Well, I know that. I'm glad to have you here. It was very important for me to get you here. To me, you're one of the most silently influential people on the scene, and that is because you, under all circumstances, keep it 100% real.
Yep.
You don't. Ever since I've been talking to you, and you've given me lots of good pointers and just perspectives in the conversations that we've had, and you've never cut any corners with me.
Yeah, you always catch me in that right sweet spot of my drunkenness.
Well,
it's a talent. That is a talent. You know what I'm saying?
I'm looking for it. I can see it in the drop of the eyelids.
Yeah.
I know when to talk to you.
I know exactly. I can see it in your eye. Like, I feel like when we get to whatever stage or mic we're gonna do, it's like if you know I'm just getting there and I'm sober, then now's not the time.
Right.
Let Shep get a couple in her, not too much, and then you come over with some shit, and I'll be like, you know what? Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
And it comes out just like old grandpa.
It's
let me tell you
always
something. Sit on down. Let me tell you something.
That's right.
No,
That's right.
I love it. I actually didn't realize that what you're saying is true. I have been a mentor on accident.
On accident, yeah.
For a lot of years in this thing. It's like people are finally coming around and like telling me. Like, I started comedy in D.C. In 2009. I moved to New Orleans in 2016 and kind of shuffled out and shuffled back in, but I've traveled all over the country doing comedy and everything, and I just feel like when you see something, it's not even like a critique, right? When you see something, and this happens, maybe it's my prior military experience, when you see something that is gonna go wrong or it's just not gonna be a good experience for somebody, I don't know why people don't give their input, like, hey, not trying to tell you what to do, but if you did it this way, you'll be better off. Yeah. That's kind of who I am. All my resources are open to the public.
That's right.
Anytime anybody needs anything, and it don't matter if it's about advice or just whatever the case may be. If I know something that can help, I'm gonna say it. Like, look, man, if you apply for that PPP loan now, it's gonna be a bad idea. But if you would have caught them around March, April, you would have been fine. You know what I'm saying? So it's a thing, and that's just who I am. I regularly go to therapy, so I've been I'm less aggressive with my advice. But either way, I've always been transparent and to the point, and just genuine about what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just don't want to see people crash. You know what I mean? And when I say that, I mean, if you know somebody is getting ready to do something that's not gonna go well, say something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I've seen a lot in this game. I've seen so much, and I don't subscribe to just put it out here for the listeners. I'm a Gemini.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And we cannot, for the life of us, follow trends. We can't follow trends
or
man.
Instruction.
Yeah, nothing like that. Like, it's just not going. My whole life is a whole shitstorm of perfection.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
y'all real argumentative. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But the thing is, okay, let me just put it in this context, right? The only non-argumentative person I've ever seen or heard of is the Notorious B.I.G. He is a Gemini as well, but he was just really quiet. That was odd for me. That was odd for me. But Tupac, Trump, Kanye, Shep, we're all Geminis.
All
right?
Geminis.
All Geminis. And here's the thing.
The fuckery abounds.
Exactly. And people always say, now I'm no Trump supporter, so I'm talking about the other people.
Yeah.
But we always say something and people disagree with it, push against it, and then it comes out to be true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when Kanye was on the broadcast when he was talking about Katrina, and he said, George Bush don't give a fuck about black people. Everybody's like, oh my God, why would you say that? It's crazy. Years later, I think George Bush ain't give a damn about y'all sitting up on the roof like that. You know what I'm saying? Flooding and dying in your house.
Well,
like, that's crazy.
You talk enough shit, and eventually something's gonna pan out.
He wasn't even talking shit. Nobody was talking about that.
Yeah.
They were like, so we're doing this fundraiser. The guy from was it Mike Myers?
That's it.
Mike Myers, we're doing this fundraiser, telethon, ladies and gentlemen, you call in. George Bush don't give a damn about black people. That's how, I swear.
He did.
Nobody's been talking about, even at the awards.
Now that's the aggressive Gemini.
Yes, that's the aggressive Gemini.
Yeah.
See, if I had a chance to Now let's also not forget that Kanye is a genius in so many different
Definitely,
aspects. You know what I'm saying?
Not
So,
fashion necessarily,
not fashion,
but yeah,
honestly, if you think about it, though,
He might be.
He might be. I'm not saying that he got the best looking clothes,
Yeah.
but how long have clothes on the runway been trash?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we just looking at Kanye
But we
right
don't
now.
dress like the runway.
We don't.
And
that's why he does it. He's like, shit, they got billions of dollars
Yeah.
doing this. Well, I got an idea.
Hey, you see, the past couple of years, he's been dressing like a Star Wars character.
Yeah. No. You know what it is? You know what it is? Because he does not want to be labeled or be, in this trend or group of trends to where I'm rich, I got to wear this, and I got to do like this, and I got to act like this. If you look at Diddy, if you look at Jay-Z, all of them dress the part.
Yeah, yeah.
Kanye's like, fuck that. I got $6 billion.
Jay-Z dress a lot of parts.
Yes, he do.
That man dress.
But do he got $6
wears
billion?
a lot of hats.
Who got $6 billion? Kanye.
I'm not gonna say that Jay-Z don't. I'm not gonna say that he does, because Forbes put it out there on Kanye, and being a billionaire, and then they had to recant.
I hear what you're saying, but check this out. I would rather they play with me.
Yeah.
In the billions.
Yeah, than not.
Than not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
But I could never live in New Orleans again.
Definitely.
You
I hear you.
If somebody thought I had $1 billion, I have to move. I have to move.
Yeah.
New Orleans is
to
too
a
wide
different
open.
fucking country,
Yeah.
right?
Or to Old Metairie. They got gates. They got gates in Old Metairie. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to Old Metairie, and I'll be in the city sometimes. You know?
I hear you. Gates instead of fences, huh?
Yeah,
That's what's up.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
So you said you started comedy in 2009.
Yep.
So what? And I know you said Red Fox was your first inspiration, but what actually got you on stage?
Let me tell you exactly how it happened.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if y'all believe in the universe like I believe in the universe, but I feel like the universe sometimes just puts you in places. So before I tell exactly what put me on stage, I'm just going to say, whole time in school, I've been a class clown. I would go to the library and rent or borrow about four or five joke books.
Yeah.
I'm talking about that ridiculous, not even funny humor. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The knock knock, who's there? Because I just felt like humor was always in my soul. And around my mid-teens, early 20s, life was trash for me. It was I was on everything, and then the military. It was crazy, and we'll get into that some other time. But when I got out of the military, I was 25 years old, and one of my friends said, well, now you need to buy a house. Like, you're outside the military, you need to buy a house. And I was like, I don't want to buy a house. I want to buy a condo so they can still cut the grass for me and paint and do the maintenance. I'll pay the fees, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Trash idea, because my fees started out at $250 and then they ended up being $700 a month. It was crazy. Like, the more people who foreclose, the more higher your fees go up. But that's not the point. So my condo, first condo I bought, just happened to be behind the shopping center that had a basement comedy club in Temple Hills, Maryland. It's called Club Elite, LOL Club Elite, right? I had no idea that it was even there. I went around the corner to get a haircut. Some interns or something like that came and handed me some tickets while I was in the barber chair. And I was like, man, this street looks close. And it's the street we lived. I had just moved there, so I didn't really know what the hell I was talking about as far as streets. And I said, you know what, that'd be a great idea to do this, because I don't like clubbing. Especially not in D.C. It's super expensive. It's $40 getting in the club, $25 a park, just because T.I. standing in there. Like, it was just stupid, right? But the comedy club, $5 2-drink minimum. I'm like, bitch, I got that. And I can walk home?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was amazing. So that's what I did. I watched about 50 shows between Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Every weekend, there's probably about 5 or 6 shows. I did this for about, I don't know, however, add up to 50, right? And all the comedians, would be outside smoking and joking, and they would say, you should get on stage, you should be a comedian, whatever. And I was like, you know what, I'm not doing that, because ain't no way in hell. I know I got an attitude problem, and if I get heckled, you know what I'm saying?
Beat somebody up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just not going to work out. And I grew my hair out, and I went to get cornrows. One of the comedians, she happened to be a beautician. So she handed me a card one day. I was at the show, and I was like, man, I'm going to come see you next week, because I'm growing my hair out. I want to get my hair braided. So I'm sitting in her chair, and she said, you know what? I got this comedy show. It's an open mic. All you got to do is sign up on the list. And, I think you should do it, because we had been joking and everything since I've been in the chair. She said, I think you're funny. I said, I ain't doing that, but I'll come and support.
Yeah.
I went to the club to support. She came up to me with 2 Heinekens. That was my drink at the time. And I said, well, what is this? She said, I put you on the list. And I guzzled the first one. You did what?
Yeah.
Oh, no, man, you're killing me.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. Took it to the head. And then I told about 2.5 jokes. No preparation whatsoever. Now, my jokes, they didn't all hit. Probably one hit. But I only had 2.5 jokes of prepared material for the 3 minutes she gave us. But one of the jokes, and this is my very first joke, and this is during the Bush era, second Bush era. And I said, you know, at the end of the day, right now we're in a recession, and everybody's mad at the president, but nobody's saying anything about the 40-year-old men that still live with their mama. Like, she planned on kicking you out at 18, and now she don't have no money left because your stupid ass won't move out.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Not the 40-year-old men sitting in that audience that still live with their mama.
Yeah. Enjoying happy hour and shit. Yeah.
And you can always tell the ones I was talking about. They always
sour faced.
Yeah, and they came to the club with their rent money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, mama's rent money.
Right. So you can show your band, but then they wouldn't buy anything. Let me get a water.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those kind of guys. And so it didn't go over well. And that following weekend, somebody came up to me right after that and asked me to do a show that weekend. Now, let me tell you something. I was green as a blade of grass, as most comics are.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, this is the rule. For any comedians out there listening, if you call me, right, then you have booked me, right?
Uh-huh.
And that means you pay me.
Yeah.
Ain't no exposure.
Yeah.
All right? If I come to you, hey, can I open up your show or do 5 minutes? You don't have to pay me because you did not book me.
Yeah.
Right? But what kills me about the game, the comedy game, is people will run up on younger comics, people that just looking for stage time, excited about it, and then they'll book them for either nothing or pennies.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll be like, yeah, you know, I was just trying to give you some stage time so you can have this exposure.
Yeah.
It's like, that's like so predatory, and it's a horrible situation. And but that's what happened to me. I actually didn't need the money. I had a great job, and I went out and did the show, and it was she didn't tell me anything about the show. She said, I'm throwing a show in D.C. You should come do it. And it was a Nation of Islam convention, and I wasn't. She told me when I got there that
the show was at the convention.
Yeah, no, this is just a play, like a venue, and then like all of them were coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so she said, when I got there, hey, I thought you were funny the other night. When you get on stage tonight, though, don't talk about anything gay, don't cuss, and you can't drink.
And don't do any bow tie jokes.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm like, if you know me, I can't talk about anything gay.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a whole butch bitch. Like, it's gonna come up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, it's gonna come up.
It has to.
And you telling me not to cuss, I don't even have a set.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, fucking shit is my set.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And so it was just a crazy situation. So I got up on stage, and I just talked about, like, my mama for like 12 minutes. I don't even know how I lasted that long. I died up there. It was my first
12
death.
minutes?
Yeah.
That's
I died
a long
up there.
time being,
It's a long time to
green
die.
as a blade of glass. Yeah. Grass. I mean,
Yeah, no, it's fine. You
blade of glass.
No,
Green
but yeah,
glass.
it sucked. It sucked. And that's the first time I realized that, you know what? If you're going to be doing this, you need to do some research. You need to surround yourself with people that you feel like know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. And know what they're talking about.
Yeah, and then just do it like that. Because to this day, those couple of virtues, the first thing I told you about getting paid and not getting paid, linking up with somebody who knows what they're doing, and doing your own research are the things that have held me afloat in comedy to this day.
And I gotta say, I agree with you on the research end of it, to to endless limits, because as comedians, I feel like if we're not approaching the topics,
right,
the real we can talk about ourselves all day long, but until we really get into some shit that matters socially, then we're not really doing anything. The research is what aids you there, man. You got to know what you're talking about. And especially in today's world where everybody's so touchy, the research and knowing the topic in and out helps you approach it in a way that doesn't make you seem like a shithead.
Right.
And that's that's the important thing.
Yep.
Now, here's what I do want to talk to you about. is deceiving them hoes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that was one of the first things that stuck out to me in your set was that you was out here to deceive these hoes.
That's the whole job.
And I'm gonna tell you, as somebody who's been deceived by a bunch of hoes,
Yeah.
I'm glad that somebody has the back of the straight man.
Well, yeah. Okay, so here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
When I say hoe,
Yeah.
I mean the system.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
I don't even necessarily mean like a woman. I
Yeah.
mean the system. That's actually
Yeah.
how I live my life. Like
Yeah.
in the job that I do, and I can't talk too much about it, but everything I work in computers and cybersecurity, and everything is about strategy. Everything's about, which is essentially deception.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And it's how you win. It's how you win. It's like as long as you're not taking advantage of anybody, but you can bend things just a little bit to sliver through. Oh man, you're golden. And that really is my whole job.
Yeah.
But I said it at home by myself, and I cracked myself up. I said,
Yeah.
man, I'm deceiving these hoes.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's something. I can use
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But in the context that you're talking about, I actually switched it into that joke where I got confronted by another butch woman who asked me why I was in the bathroom.
Bitch, what are we doing here?
Right.
That's hilarious.
It's our whole job,
Yeah.
deceiving these hoes. Like,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
are you doing? Why are you questioning me? It's like the police running up on an undercover cop saying you ain't supposed to be here. Like, come on, man, what are you doing?
Yeah. That's
Deceiving these hoes. This is what we supposed to be doing.
That's a great context. For
Yeah,
that.
it's a great situation. I think that that's really, if you think about all the top people, that's what they do.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to take away from anyone, but if for instance I can say I grew up here and I see that they're building a new house on a street that they never built a new house on. In my mind, I'm like, oh, they about to start putting houses everywhere around this joint. Let me go ahead and buy some land and deceive these
That's
hoes.
that strategy. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. So,
Yeah.
deceive these hoes.
And
man.
that's an interesting point because like. And I haven't been in the comedy scene that long, and I don't really even necessarily consider myself a part of the scene. I'm a comedian. I live in New Orleans, and I associate with as many New Orleans kind of comedians as I can.
Which is a trap.
Right.
It's a trap.
But as somebody who has been a part of scenes, immersed in other scenes, a scene is a scene is a scene.
Right.
The people dynamic is what stays the same through that, whether it's music or comedy or fashion or anything else. And playing that strategy, knowing how to move and be delicate at the same time without
You are delicate though. You real delicate.
I am delicate. Like a flower.
Yeah, I honestly I peeped that.
But like a really tough flower,
well, just like we'll just say a really strongly colored flower. So like a strong, like maybe a strong smelling flower.
Well, yeah. I smell strong. I am. Yeah, you mean like strong smelling flowers?
Like
That's
for
my
instance,
thing.
Like for instance, if you run up on a lavender flower, we
Yeah.
already know that flower is gonna be absolutely purple and it's gonna smell absolutely like lavender.
Yeah.
All them other little flowers, I don't know what they smell like.
I'm like a chameleon flower. I think.
I don't know about that now.
No. I don't even know if that's a thing.
I don't know. Because so the thing is, right, I think that you're absolutely right. I think that people should connect with the scene.
Mm-hmm.
But I also feel like you can't immerse yourself in a scene because that's the same as growing up in a neighborhood and never leaving.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to see the world moving around you.
Right.
You're not going to keep your outside. And honestly, I love New Orleans and New Orleans comedy. But I feel like, and I've seen it, not on everybody, but on some, if you only stay here and do comedy, because the city already seduces you with everything else, there's always liquor porn, there's always music playing, there's always, for the most part,
Liquor
beautiful.
porn.
Yeah, it's the thing. It's the thing. You don't even have to date anybody here. You just take them somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the waitress and the waiters and the bartenders and the whoever going to treat them so nice, but it feel like you because you brought them. It's a strategy.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think that for your comedy, if you're not writing, if you're not doing the research, if you're not traveling to hit other stages and encounter other audiences, you will become lazy.
Yes.
In this here comedy scene.
This scene is almost too supportive.
Yeah.
It really is. You started in D.C., which I've heard is really competitive as hell. A lot of sharks there.
Yeah.
I mean, there've been some greats,
Yeah.
and you've rubbed shoulders with a lot of those greats. Tell us, highlight some of the differences for me, if you would, between DC and New Orleans.
All right. So first of all, DC is in the Northeast,
Yeah.
and of course we're in the Gulf South, and we already know the attitude differences. Just regular people walking down the street. On top of that, DC has a high minority percentage of people there that make great money, right? And so I always say this: if you take somebody out of an environment that they felt oppressed in, and then you put them in an environment where they don't have to feel oppressed and they have some leverage, money, whatever it is, they become the oppressor.
Okay.
Right? So
power corrupts.
Power corrupts, right? And so now imagine how the comedy shows look with a group of people who have gone from the oppressed to the oppressors, right? Everybody I pretty much knew in DC made at least $100,000 a year. They come to your shows, you're like, hey, I want to tell you a little bit about myself, and they like, boo. We don't hear that shit. I don't want to hear about you. I got a Lexus outside. I'm driving Range Rovers, and I live in White Plains, and all this stuff. So, and that's an actual place. It wasn't. It wasn't against white people. It was White Plains. And so I thought that was cool. But here's the thing. I also feel like that built some comedy, real soldiers, generals in the game.
Yeah.
Because having to be faced with opposition every time you desired to do a mic, not even got on stage, just desire, like, hey, this guy named Ski, hey, Ski, can you put me on to come park? Like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Who know you? Who you with? That's how they talk to you.
Yeah.
Fuck the list. Forget if you're funny. All that stuff. And so me and all those guys, we're cool now, but I had to prove myself.
Yeah.
I definitely had to prove myself. And being different, looking, sounding, presenting, you know what I'm saying, that it was like almost an extra counting against me, right? Because they like, well, if you're going to be a woman comic on the stage, you got to have titties out and be fine. I'm like, y'all know that ain't me. So I'm going to go ahead and be myself, and I'm going to be just as funny as you.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you know what I'm saying? They always say, let your real job support your passion till your passion supports yourself.
Yeah.
I'm a real business person. I believe in paperwork. I don't play with nobody's money, things like that. And so I came up through the ranks really, really good, really nice. And so then when I left DC, I didn't realize that the rest of the world wasn't that hard. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize it. And so when I came to New Orleans, or when I went to any other city to perform, I'm like, oh, they don't know me, or they gonna know me today. That's kind of how you came out. And so it's like, that right there, that drive is in me. It's stuck in me as a comedian. You know what I'm saying? We all look like we're joking and having a good time, but in my mind, I'm seeing everything. I got peripheral vision in like four different directions. Like, okay, ticket sales was this, 3 white ladies sitting over there, 1 black man sitting over there, the owner of the club sitting way up in the, you know what? About to kill it. It's like a not Dungeons and Dragons, but like some sort of World of Warcraft.
More strategy, though.
Yeah,
It's that strategy in effect.
And you got to think about what you're going to say. Speaking of, tie that into this past weekend, I had the great opportunity of performing at Essence Fest.
How was that?
It was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
For anybody who knows or doesn't know, Guy Torrey is a stand-up guy in comedy. And in comedy
what a name, man! I mean, that name, it definitely it carries a lot of weight with it, man.
He has a documentary out about a Tuesday night comedy show he used to run at the Comedy House in L.A. And the show was called Fat Tuesdays. He ran the show for 10 years. The greats, people like Steve Harvey, Dave Chappelle, all these people, Affion Crockett. I mean, all these people.
Affion is a beast.
Everybody came through these ranks. But here's the concept behind that night. Hollywood was only playing. I mean, it's mainstream, right? And they would never reach out to like the hood, right, or urban places or urban black rooms to bring comics there. So Guy Torrey started a room where it was Black Night, and that is how any of those comics got their break into mainstream. Like if you prove yourself in the belly room, and this stands till today, if you prove yourself in the belly room at the Comedy Store and get booked on that main stage, you're comedy gold.
Yeah.
you're golden. They're
Yeah.
gonna make sure they're gonna pet your hair, make sure all your edges ain't sticking out, and put shea butter on you, and you know what I'm saying, swaddle you in a baby and deliver you on up.
Yeah, it's
through the ranks.
amazing. It's amazing how one place can absolutely put a certified stamp on you, you know, and make you or break you.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure there's been a lot of people go through that belly room and end up depressed on the other end.
For
but
sure.
you know, the magic that's come out of that place is incredible.
It's a real thing.
As somebody who has ended up as an accidental mentor many times.
Wait. I still got a little bit more.
Oh,
about
yeah,
Guy
go for it. My
So
bad.
Guy
My bad.
Tori, what he did is Essence Fest and him collaborated to create a Fat Tuesdays comedy series called Comedy After Dark here in New Orleans through every night through Essence. And what Guy Tori did is he went out to local comedy clubs and handpicked 3 local comics to open up for these mega shows.
Yeah.
You know, my show, Earthquake headline.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, really?
Yeah. I mean, like,
And
didn't
where
even-
was that? That was it.
This is at the Joy
At the
Theater.
Joy, yeah.
And it sold out.
And that's like what, 2,500 seats or?
I don't even know. I couldn't even see.
It's at least
all the
that.
It was a lot of black faces.
Yeah,
That's all I know.
yeah,
It's a lot
yeah.
of black faces, and it was
Yeah.
amazing. It was an amazing feeling. But even with that, and this is why I say you have to do your research and make sure you're reading the room and all that. Guy Tori doesn't bring the first comic out. The DJ says, "Y'all ready for a comedy show? Give it up for her." And that's your intro.
Really?
And then you step outside, and there's maybe 2,500 faces.
And the room's pretty ruckus before that. I mean,
Right.
it's
And people are getting seated and getting there. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
This is after every single night of Essence Fest.
Yeah.
So you saw Nicki Minaj today, and now you're sitting at a comedy show.
Yeah, yeah.
You saw Janet Jackson today, and now
Yeah.
you're at a comedy show. So you're not turned down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, and that was a lesson I learned in D.C. Don't give a damn where you at. Don't give a damn who brought you out or where you at on the show. You make sure they know when you get off the stage who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that was it. I went in hard. I mean, I asked the question. I said, I cut the DJ off. I said, cut the DJ. I ain't got that much time because they only give you 5 to 7 minutes. I said, who's here for the first time? And 1 or 2 people raised their hand. I said, y'all probably put on too much lotion. Because nobody told you about this humidity. You came out your hotel room and burst into flames, didn't you? And the whole room went wild. That's what you got to do. You got to get them on your side fast.
So black folks do that too, then?
No, yeah, it's a thing.
That's
But
a
see,
geographical thing versus
the humidity here.
Yeah.
You put on the same amount of
Well,
lotion
you
put on
were
at
messing
home.
with me earlier because I put on lotion. I was
yeah.
outside sweating.
That was your ass getting. This
yeah, I was
humidity-
appropriating.
Yeah, yes. You should just. I don't even know why you put on lotion. Nobody knew you was ashy. Why would you do that?
I did. I knew.
That's the problem. See, you
Yeah.
know, I tell
I
you.
hold hands with myself a lot.
Yeah.
So if it's feeling rough, I don't want to do it. Yeah.
Right. Feel that. I
I know
understand
ain't
that.
nobody else gonna want to do that.
It's a real thing. But no, it's a real thing. But ash is a lifestyle.
I'm gonna have to ask Donnell Rollins if I ever meet him about that.
Ash is a lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, see, I'm a more mature black butch woman now. I don't put on childish lotion.
Yeah.
Childish
now tell me
lotion.
about childish lotion. What
Childish
is-
lotion is like, that Vaseline shit.
Oh
It's real,
shit!
real
that's
thing.
what I'm using. I'm childish. I'm just childish out here.
Because you haven't evolved.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this.
Well,
skin,
I keep the shea butter at home because I just slide off of shit if I use it in public.
But see, the thing is, okay, so I got a question for you. When you use shea butter, your shea butter, is it whipped or is it that hard
Well,
block?
no, it's not a block.
Okay.
It's not a block. I guess
Is it
I'm using that
harder?
whip. Is that?
Does it smell like anything?
It smells like shea butter.
That's it?
That's it.
No, see, you got you.
What
you
do
got,
I need?
You got
Shit, put me
childish.
on.
Listen, you know what? This gonna be a
Get my lotion
shameless
game
plug.
up.
I'm about to tell you.
Yeah.
Lotioning and shea buttering is 2 different arts anyway.
Okay.
I had and shout out to her, R.I.P. to the original perfume chick. I'm sorry, online. They have the company's run by her husband and her daughter now, or her kids now, but they have a 300 plus flavor of shea butter inventory.
Wow.
You go on that website on your phone and you'll be scrolling all goddamn day.
Yeah.
Like it's a thing.
That's too many choices.
It is too many. I got 14 choices in my house right now. And I'm telling you,
You
it's,
buying your way through the menu, huh?
yes, you got to,
Hear
and I
you.
get all the little, I don't get the 20 ounce or the 8 ounce, I do the 4 ounces.
Sample
so I can
everything.
Yeah, it's a crazy situation, and it's lovely. Let me tell you something. Once you put shea butter on your feet every day for at least a week, can't nobody tell you shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that job.
Now, I had an ex-girlfriend that her thing, and her grandmother passes down to her was shea butter the feet and sock them up at night.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Was
she
she-
wouldn't even rub it all the way in. She'd leave it thick on there.
Was she white?
She was white. Well, no, she was of Mexican descent.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if that means anything or not. So please school me.
You know Mexican people are Asian, right? There's only 3 races.
I didn't know that. I thought there was only one, and that it was human.
That sounded, you know, as a person that's never experienced systematic racism, I can see why you could say that. But
yeah, well, I don't know that. I don't even know that that's even true.
You think you've experienced systematic racism?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I know that I have a felony record. I've been to jail.
Okay, let me ask you this:
Your
first time in jail. How long did you have to stay?
Until I made bail.
Okay, well now you know
Now, and making bail was my friends out bumming money in parking lots.
Okay.
To get me out.
Well, okay, so maybe that wasn't systematic racism. That might have been like social racism.
Maybe.
Because my friends would have never done that for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I had some good friends. Shouts out to those folks.
My friends be like, Shep in there.
Okay, fuck your friends.
Like, she say she had a job. I don't know.
Yeah. Nah, I was 16 years old.
Oh yeah.
So
no,
but yeah, I wasn't in there long, but they did put me behind the bars.
Yeah. I've been behind that one time too.
Yeah.
The thing is, I used to have fantasies about jail. Right?
Fantasies.
Yeah, because I'm a woman who likes women, and I
Okay.
was like, oh, that's probably.
I guess that's true.
Great,
yeah, yeah.
And so when I first, went to jail, you don't understand, or I don't know, maybe you do, but something about jail takes away your sex drive. It takes away your sex drive. I was no longer turned on, and there were women that were actively trying to holler at me, man.
Yeah.
And I was like, you don't understand.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'm in jail. I don't care about any of this. I'm actually asexual right now. Like,
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, and so imagine how it would be for a straight man going at you hollering at me in jail. I'm like, oh shit.
Well, they don't holler at you.
Well,
they don't holler at men in jail. They don't holler at you. They just
end up there.
Think you understood the assignment.
Yeah. I guess
because men don't talk a lot.
Well, what's the difference? I would have to ask what the difference would be because in man jail, male jail, in male jail is you drop the soap, you end up with a dick in your ass.
Yeah, that's real.
In female jail,
if you help a crackhead, somebody gonna want you to eat their pussy.
But what happens if you drop the soap?
We don't care about that
just
part.
end up with a face in
it. You don't know. Nobody even cares about
Nobody
that.
cares.
Nobody cares about that. But if you help a crackhead, like if a crackhead comes to you, hey, you want your cornbread? And you say, yeah. And then somebody goes, look at you, being strong. Mm-hmm. You ain't had to give her that, but you did.
Yeah.
You gonna eat my pussy? That's how I go.
Since you missing out on cornbread, you're gonna need something to supplement.
Right.
Yeah. Here, how about this pussy?
Right, exactly.
I'm gonna rub my cornbread on it.
Right, exactly. So that's how I go. That's the thing. Whenever a butch or a woman is being extra nice, and like a woman who likes women being extra nice, that's what turns other women on.
Yeah.
That's why. Listen, I told one of my friends.
All that nurturing.
Yeah, it's the nurturing. They be like, you know what? You do care.
Yeah.
And that's why.
He's so sweet.
That's
and
how it
strong.
Is. That's it. I'm telling you, it's a real thing. But if a man does the same thing, he a whole bitch ass.
Yeah.
Whole bitch ass.
Yeah.
Like, look at him holding doors. Oh, stupid ass.
So the difference isn't in the shower; it's at the dinner table.
Yes.
That's okay. Now we're getting somewhere.
You know what I'm saying? Which is why I can get in so much trouble in New Orleans, because New Orleans taught me how to be nice.
Yeah, and this whole place is a dinner table.
Yeah, this whole place is a dinner table. It's just crazy. Nobody knows this, but I got about 6 or 7 boyfriends in New Orleans.
Yeah.
On accident.
Now look. I did hear somebody say one night, kind of in passing, it was like, you better be careful, Shep. Go put that dick on you.
Now here's the thing. The thing is, I'm not the aggressor.
Yeah.
What it is I'm nice.
The accidental mentor.
Yeah, accidentally nurturing and shit. You
Yeah,
know, like one of
yeah.
my friends, he went on a morning run and he came by my house and I had eggs and croissants and some bacon put on the plate. I was like, man, you probably hungry, man. And I did that and I went in the bathroom, you know what I'm saying, go take a shower and everything, and I took off my drawers with the dick holes in them. I didn't feel no kind of way. You know, I got dressed, came back out, and, you know, he had his shirt off. I was like, why in the fuck?
Get your ass dressed. Yeah. Croissant flakes on it and
You know what I'm
shit.
saying? Yeah, that's how it is. So you got to be careful. And that,
Yeah.
it also gets me in trouble because when I'm actually dating someone, people can't tell who it is.
Yeah.
Because I'm nice to everybody.
Yeah.
But it pisses the person I'm dating off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She just, she'd be like,
I can see how that would happen.
But I'm like, everybody, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at it like, what, you trying to get that pussy too?
Yeah, and I'm like, you know, but here's the thing: when somebody's out of the way nice to me, she go through the roof.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm supposed to be the heavy lifter. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time, I ain't gonna say where I was, but a vendor outside the club, they were selling like food and shit, and they came in and they brought me a plate, and she damn near knocked that shit out of. I'm like, I'm at work, you get it.
Like, what in the fuck? Yeah. Now where's that strategy?
Right. Yeah,
Blows that strategy all out the window, doesn't it?
I gotta be careful out here in these streets, man. It's hard. And then another aspect to me, I feel like a lot of people don't know, is I'm like the hugest fangirl. When I really like musicians say, when I really like something, I hope they watch this podcast. I'm about to profess my love to them.
Do it.
You know
Tell
what I'm
us.
saying? We got a lot of great musicians here, singers or whatever. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Angelica Jelly Joseph. She sings with Galactic at Tipitina's, and she's absolutely amazing. But I'm talking about that just because she sings with them. I've seen her sing 12 other types of ways with different people. She got a song about crawfish. The shit is amazing. I don't even know. I think they was just doing a commercial, but if I had the shit on the track.
It's just an ad.
You know, now that I think about it, I should make it an NFT. But dope. And then, you know, Kayla Jasmine, Hot Sizzle, you know, he's amazing. Yeah, he's amazing. And there's, I mean, tons. I shouldn't start, Tiny Boy Can, I shouldn't start naming because, I mean, they're just going to keep falling out. But here's the thing. When I really like something, I mean, I'll buy your merch. I will come to your shows, stand front row and scream like I never seen you before. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing is it's off-putting because I'm a whole butch bitch. So people think... Right, exactly. People think I'm a whole grown
just
man.
bitching out in the front row.
Yeah, and I'm like, is that Jelly? That's her. They're like, look at this shit. You know, I'm like, wait a minute, you don't understand. You don't understand. Like, and then, you know, they think, they probably thinking all kind of things about me. Like, this guy, you know what I mean?
Man, enthusiasm will express itself in a whole lot of ways.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, it really does. But it's good. It's such a refreshing thing to find somebody that's in entertainment that can still express that joy.
Yeah.
You know, because so many, especially on the comedy side, I feel like so many of us have been jaded in so many ways that we don't necessarily, we're not as exuberant as we should be.
Right.
Which I've always found kind of ironic that you know, typically we're not supposed to laugh at our own jokes on stage.
Who said that?
Well, that was one of the.
Was it a white person?
I don't know who. I don't know who originally said it, but it was echoed definitely by a honky. Now these days that doesn't necessarily mean anything because I mean we'd be spitting a lot of stuff black folks said first. So they claimed it as their own though.
Yeah, it's how colonizing works.
You know, but colonizing. Yeah, white folks and ants.
Yeah, man, they do it.
Just stingy.
And if you think about it, they do the same shit. Yeah, they get on your land, ants, and build a whole fucking farm. And if
like
you
the whole place is just South Africa.
Yeah, and then that's why you know it's funny how word correlation goes, right?
Yeah.
Because the colonies, you know, because America was colonized.
Yeah.
And then you got ant colonies.
Yeah.
Your lawn is colonized.
Yeah.
And I feel like white people knew that this was gonna happen. You know
we're just out here just fucking spraying shit all over them.
Yeah, you spraying shit, but they just you know, I love white people, and I swear I just wish I had like that little. Well, I don't want no white genes, but I mean that little gene, that little piece of that chromosome that just tells you how to coast in privilege.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like it never hits you till you like, you know what? As a matter of fact, you know, you ever
It's
seen a white person get pulled over?
You ever been in a lazy river?
Yeah.
It's like that.
It's like that.
It's like that.
Yeah, you ever seen a white person get pulled over? And like the responses to the cops.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God! Like they be scared and they feel like they be in trouble too. But the responses be like, so you just gonna write me a ticket?
Yeah. See, not me. I am.
Yes.
I am under the assumption. I'm paranoid of the cops. Like mad PTSD. I assume that if they pull me over, they're gonna run my name. I'm definitely getting searched.
Damn, they run y'all name first?
Man, look, my little
they don't
brother,
run our name first.
Where I'm from, my little brother moved up there. I'd lived up there all my life, but he had lived in Alabama. And when he moved up there, I was like, look, bro, you got my last name.
Yeah.
Don't be running around stupid up here.
Yeah.
And the first time he got pulled over up there, they pulled him over on the interstate, ripped his truck apart.
Wow.
You know, questioned him about me and all kinds of shit.
Wow.
So yeah, like I just assumed that if they pull me over, I'm going to jail. So that's why I drive real good.
Yeah, that's why I ain't riding with you.
Yeah.
You got a Black and a Bruffett. Can't do that. Can't do that.
We're getting pulled over.
Right.
Yeah, they don't know me just by looking at me. That's for sure.
No.
But like even still, like my van.
Yeah.
You know, that's it's not registered in my name.
Oh, you better not.
You know, so there's a clean driving record attached to that thing.
That's good. That's very
for
good.
sure.
That's
not
very
anymore.
good.
I got her a bunch of tickets.
Yeah, but you know what? You know, my best part of fangirling is running up on people like Mystical and Juvenile. You know, the hardest rappers.
Yeah.
And they appreciate you, but then they also realize, they don't realize I'm a woman.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, oh my God, it's Juvenile. They're like, what's
Come
happening?
on, bro.
They're like, what's happening, man? Like, they look at me, what's happening, man? And I'm like, nah, man, I bought VIP tickets.
Yeah, and it's so great here that we have such intimate access to people that we do. I mean, because New Orleans celebrates its artists in a way that I don't notice it the same way in other places.
Yeah, absolutely not.
It's so personal.
This music makes this city go round. If this city got quiet, it wouldn't be New Orleans anymore.
Yeah.
If it lost one of these three things, liquor, food, or music, we're done.
Yeah.
That's it. That's why COVID was trash. We didn't know what to do. We just come outside. Hey, neighbor.
Yeah.
Hi. You know what I'm saying?
And now to come out of COVID and see so many places that were like 24-hour places or staples in New Orleans that aren't there anymore.
Yeah.
Man, it almost does. It does sound quieted in a way.
Yeah, it's messed up. I actually I don't mind catching COVID every 2 months here. I do because I cannot stay inside. New Orleans is amazing. It's whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'll catch COVID for this city.
Yeah. I'm currently carrying 8 of the 12 variants.
Yeah, no, it's a thing. It's a thing.
I'm trying to keep them, though. I ain't giving them away.
It's a real thing. We got to do that. We got to go out and get more of it. Let's see. What's some good ass? Let me see. What should we be talking about? Because I feel like I like to get controversial.
Well, you like to get controversial. Yes, you do. I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking earlier about Macy Gray making a hell of a statement. And what was it exactly? Because I didn't read it, but
so Macy Gray was doing an interview with somebody. I don't know. I scrolled past it so fast on the internet, but it was a live TV interview where she said something along the lines of, I don't care what you do or what kind of parts you get. Maybe you're still not gonna make. It's not gonna make you a real woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't think anything of it. I scrolled past it, but then the internet blew up.
Yeah.
And everybody started tripping about it. And in my opinion, first of all, like, I don't understand. People just get so emotional so fast. I don't even remember the last time Macy Gray said anything.
It has been quite a while.
Yeah, and so if a person ain't even, she's not. I don't see a reason for us to be like Macy Gray said.
Yeah. It's like the only reason she made that headline was because of what she said, not even who she is.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a matter of it's not a matter of relevance.
Yeah, and on top of that, I think that she's right, but at the same time, I feel like she'd also be right if she said, no matter how many onions you chop up, if you don't cry, don't make it any less of an onion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'll be like, she's right there too, but I'm still gonna scroll past this. You know what I'm saying?
But so in talking about that, we came up on an interesting point that right now in the country we are looking at not only a recent Woman of the Year was a trans woman, previously a man, but now is politically positioning herself to, as a Republican, to possibly take charge of one of the most liberal states in the country.
Yep.
And that is an interesting paradox that we find ourselves in.
I feel like at the end of the day, turns out Caitlyn Jenner is a white man.
Yes.
Because
yes. And a lot of people forget that.
Yeah.
It was very much so a white man and still holds those same political beliefs.
So I always say that money is dangerous, but
Yes.
it's even more dangerous when you got so much money that you get bored and just start doing shit. Now, don't get me wrong. If Caitlyn Jenner says she's a woman, I live in New Orleans. People have come up to me and told me they was vampires. Guess what? I believe you, bitch. What do vampires drink?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I can get you a drink so you don't drink me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a thing. And so...
even one with blood in it.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you need. But here's the thing. I think that... you know how people are playing a game that is so lame that you don't even want to play, but you see a lot of people playing it, right? So I feel like that's what Caitlyn Jenner's doing, playing a game that nobody wants to play, but it's a lot of people are buying into it, and so now I still have to pay attention. I would not. If Caitlyn Jenner was broke, we would not care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of visibility, and I feel like with a lot of money and or boredom, and let's just not forget to include the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Anytime they get a hold of a man,
yeah, they gonna fuck him up somehow.
They gonna fuck him up somehow.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not saying that they told Bruce to transition. I just feel like Bruce was like, I don't know what the fuck else to do.
They didn't tell him to do it so much as drove him to that point, maybe?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, at the end of the day, nothing shocks me, especially when it comes to media. And I don't think that there's a thing on this planet that the Kardashians won't do for ratings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't. I feel like they are constantly... First of all, at the end of the day, whenever you get some amount of followers, 10,000, 1 million, whatever followers, the media is pushing you to do things already. Like, they want you to maybe be a hand model for shea butter or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So that's the average person on the internet. That's the average, I would say, person who's viral, social media, and, that's the kind of followers they got. Kardashians are about 100,000 times bigger than that.
Yeah.
So they are always being pushed to do, like, Kim Kardashian couldn't live a boring life if she wanted to.
Yeah.
And that probably bothers and sickens her and her whole life, but she can't do anything about it. They're trapped in their own money prison.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like in the case of Bruce or Caitlyn, there was just like a lot of money and a lot of notoriety and all that, and nothing else to do. Can't go live a regular life. Said, hey, I feel like they selling premium pussies. Wonder how much they cost.
At least 4 of them.
At least 4 of them. You know what I'm saying? They're like Fabergé eggs.
That's what's up. Yeah. You get to the last one.
That's it.
You get to the last one, and that's where the worst pussy is.
Yeah.
Or is it the other way around?
I don't know how them
you gotta
eggs
get
work.
through the worst pussy to get to the to the best.
I feel like it's always. I feel like everything is always categorized like liquor.
Yeah.
Right? It's tequila, but it's well. You know what I'm saying? And then you get all the way to the top, and I went to this bar in the French Quarter not long ago. They told me it's $1,200 a shot for this shit they got on the top shelf. I don't. This thing, fine. If you want to make that kind of liquor, please do it.
Yeah.
But I don't see where in my body I have room.
Yeah.
For a $1,200 shot. Like,
yeah.
I better, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. With this, I better never catch COVID again.
Yeah, the shot might fit, but the $1,200 won't.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be a situation. So I just think that was that situation in Caitlyn's case. But as far as everything else, okay, Macy Gray, you're right. If you there's nothing that you can do if you're not naturally born a woman to be considered a naturally born woman. Like, that's not, you can't go back in the womb. You know what I'm saying? I guess, right? But outside of that, I feel like everybody should be exactly who they want to be.
Yeah.
Right? I'm a whole, like I said, masculine presenting woman, butch woman. but I also know not to fight no men. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
hear you, yeah.
ain't nobody finna beat my ass because I felt strong today. Or I
Right.
felt like y'all should feel I'm strong.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm not getting my ass beat. My jaw twisted because I got on baggy jeans. It's not going down. So, and at the end of the day, I think that's what it is. People just need to realize, I won't say necessarily your limits, but just, the boundaries of life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And be whoever you want to be, do whatever you want to do, but also don't get your ass beat out here. Like,
That's right. And that's the message here today on Under the Influencers.
Yes.
Don't get your ass beat
That's it.
by anybody.
By anybody.
You know,
Do whatever you need to do. I mean, I could be, to my friends, yeah, man, fuck the police. But I'm not going to tell the police.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
right.
So I don't say that, though. But I'm just saying, like, you talk all your shit behind your closed doors and do what you need to do. And at the end of the day, because we talked about this a little bit, too, therapy works.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're having some difficulties, and I know that they treat that and categorize that like liquor too. Sometimes there's bottom shelf or well therapy, right? As if you can't afford.
There's
It's like
better help.
Right.
And then there's even better help.
right, but it's like a public defender. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be paying the bill, but you might not be
Yeah.
getting help. Me personally, I can't afford any of that. To not have the right kind of help, so I paid top dollar for mine. She's a beautiful black woman, strong. I had to get a black woman therapist. I had to get a black woman therapist because I already got enough to explain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't
I
want to
hear
have to explain my black and
You-
my woman.
You can't be taking it from that white woman.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I
I hear you.
actually heard a comedian, not here, but just on the internet, talking about. He's a white guy, and he was talking about, and I can't remember his name. So credit to him if y'all know who he is on the internet. But he had this joke, and I'm paraphrasing. I'm probably gonna botch it a little bit, but the concept behind the joke was that he felt like he was a white guy. He didn't want to have a woman or a black therapist because he felt that it was going to be childish to be complaining to somebody whose life is worse than yours. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like he said that he felt like he would get in therapy and be like, I've been suffering from anxiety, and the therapist would be like, is that so? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
anxiety.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mr. White Man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or the other way around, where you're black and you don't want a white therapist because it's going to, they ask you what's wrong with you, and this is all his joke. No credit to me. He says, they ask you what's wrong with you, and you look at him and be like, you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a horrible situation.
Yeah,
but
it is.
get you a therapist that fit. I didn't want a gay therapist, but it's
Yeah.
hard to uncheck that box. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Like, it's like you want to, I want a black woman therapist that's going to understand me or whatever, and then they throw you one that you can't tell is gay
Right.
until 18 sessions later.
I hear
Like,
you.
damn, I had no idea you had a partner. That's the key word.
Yeah.
That's the buzzword, partner.
Yeah. Well, partner, I feel like that insinuates that two people are working at it.
Uh-huh.
That somebody else is working with you. And that's why I'm single right now.
Okay.
I had a horrible partner.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
Yeah, but if you say partner, we're going to assume you're talking about a
That's
man.
right. Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
hey, is that
You can have one. I would have just been like, if that happened in real
Yeah.
life, I'm like, yeah, man, you and
Yeah.
your partner, okay.
And
Girl, I
the
didn't know
first
you were
people
gay.
that I heard talking about it, saying partner were gay couples.
Yeah.
But then I heard straight folks appropriating it. So you know what though? They were white too, so that explains it.
Yeah, I don't know if it might have been their white, it might have been their straight, but either way,
Yeah.
they took it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I already can't.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we got to wrap up today.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching us here on Under the Influencers. Shep Kelly, a pleasure having you in. Thank you for finally making it.
Yeah, I had a great time. I had a great time.
I'm glad that you came out. This has been a great conversation.
Yeah.
All right.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank y'all, all the white people in the back. I appreciate all y'all. Give it up for the alpaca rub. If y'all catch this anytime before this weekend, I have 5 dynamic shows. On Friday night, I got Courtney Goldie Jackson from VH1's Flavor of Love headlining at the Comedy House NOLA, 7 to 9 o'clock. On Saturday and Sunday, we got 4 shows with a group called She More Funny. It's 4 amazing Baltimore comics that are coming to tear up the stage.
That's
I'm
this
hosting that too.
weekend?
This weekend.
Now, what do you got the weekend after? Because this is going to drop next week.
Oh, they're going to drop the week.
This will drop next
So
week.
y'all missed all the fantastic shows I told y'all. Weekend after, I don't know. I got ADD. I can't pull up my calendar in my head right now.
Right
But
on.
hey, follow me on Shep Kelly Comedy on all platforms, at Shep Kelly on everything. And yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good day. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, for sure. How you turn this
Thank
thing
you,
off?
Shep.
How you turn this thing off?
Oh.
No, it's-